How you doing? I'm Darren with Kickin Barbecue. If this is your first time to the channel, then welcome. If you've been here before, then welcome back. Today, we're talking pork brisket. Now, these were kind of popular for a little while on the internet, and I did get one. I just haven't had a chance to do a video on it yet. It's kind of a novelty cut. It's going to be a fun cook. I've never done this before, so we're going to see how it turns out. I will say mine looks a little bit different than some of the others I've seen, but we do have two different muscles here. We have what would be the flat, and then I'm guessing this part right here is the point. It looks like we got a little more taken off on ours. But either way, it's going to be a fun little cook just to see how it turns out. When I saw it, I knew I wanted to try it. So let's bring you in and show you how we're going to prep this pork brisket. All right, so the prep on this pork brisket is going to be very simple. Just going to start it over and start on the fat cap. We're just going to come in with some coarse black pepper. We're going to keep this kind of a savory cook today. We're not going to go sweet on it. I bet it would be fantastic with some barbecue sauce and some sweetness to it, but I like savory pork personally, especially for at home. So just going to come in pretty heavy with the black pepper because I'm a big fan of black pepper. Next, we're going to come in with some Lawry seasoned salt. Now this is very nostalgic for me. My dad used this all the time on burgers and stuff growing up. So I really love this, and it's gonna be a really nice, savory flavor on this pork. Now that's all we're gonna do for the bottom side, and I say the bottom side because we're gonna be cooking this fat cap down. We're gonna be cooking on the Traeger Ranger using Cookin Pellets Hickory Pellets. It's gonna be a little bit of a quicker cook today. We're gonna be cooking at 275, 300. So I wanna make sure we get good smoke flavor, and that's what those Cookin Pellet Hickory Pellets are gonna do. And since our heat source is coming from below the meat, we're going to cook fat cap down just to kind of protect it. We're going to repeat the process on the top side. Come in with our black pepper. Like I said, I'm going heavy because I really like black pepper. Do this to taste for whatever you like. Make sure you get your edges. Next, we'll come in with the Lawrys. Just a nice even coat across the top. And that is it. That is all we are doing to season this up. So I'm going to get the Traeger Ranger fired up at 275 degrees, and I'll meet you guys outside at the cooker. All right, so we have our pork brisket looking fantastic on the Traeger Ranger. We are at 275 degrees, loaded up with the Cookin Pellets Hickory Pellets. You can see, hopefully you can see on camera here, we have some nice smoke even at 275 degrees, which is fantastic. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna shut this down, and we are just gonna let it smoke for 2 hours, and then we'll come back and check on it. So we'll see you in 2 hours. All right, so it has been about an hour. I just wanted to come out and check it, and when I checked it, we're sitting at 175 degrees right now. I mean, look at that juice come out of there. So, we have good color. We're at 175 degrees. I want to get this in the house and get it wrapped just so we can retain some of that moisture and get it nice and tender. We're going to take it to probably about 203, 204, 5, 6 degrees. We're going to go by feel on this, but yeah, after an hour, we got good color, and I really like where it's looking. So I'm going to get this in the house and get it wrapped, and we'll meet you inside. All right, and just check out that pork brisket. It smells absolutely fantastic right now. I wish you guys could smell this. It looks great. Now, we're just gonna cook this like a brisket, so we're gonna wrap it up in foil and let it get tender. You can use paper if you want. You can boat it if you want. I'm just gonna keep doing what I normally do with brisket. So just make sure we get it nice and tight. Just like that. We're gonna get this back out onto the Traeger, and we're gonna let it go for, I don't know, probably about a half hour, 45 minutes, and we'll start checking for tenderness. We're just going by feel on this. I'll let you know what the internal temp was. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this back on, and I'll bring you back when it's time to check tenderness and let you know how long it's been. We'll see you then. All right, guys, so it has been about 45 minutes. We're gonna come in and check this pork brisket for tenderness. See, we still have some great smoke rolling out here from the Cookin Pellets. And it is feeling pretty tender to me. We're sitting at about 206 degrees here. So really tender up here. This is just butter. So I'm gonna call this good. I'm gonna bring it in. I'm just gonna let it sit out on the counter open like this and let it rest for about a half hour. Let it start to come down in temperature, and then I'll bring you back and we'll do a taste test. So see you guys in about 30 minutes. All right, guys, so it has been 30 minutes. We've gone ahead and let our pork brisket rest. It looks absolutely fantastic. I cannot wait to try this. Go ahead and hit our au jus on top that we rendered out. It smells absolutely amazing. So we are just gonna go ahead and slice this up like we would with any brisket here. Look at that, that looks awesome. We have a great smoke ring. Get a few more slices out of here. I'm gonna slice it thin because I might go ahead and do some tacos. And that looks great. Look at nice and juicy, nice and moist, definitely tender. I cannot wait to try this. Now that I got it all sliced up, guys, just look at that. That looks absolutely fantastic. Nice and juicy, nice and porky. Pulls apart. I think it's time for a taste test. All right, it is the moment of truth. We're gonna try this pork brisket. I am so excited to try it. And get a little bit of the rendered lard on there. I honestly have no words. This is absolutely fantastic. It is extremely porky, which I love. And we have great saltiness on here from the Lawry's. Awesome black pepper bite to it. It's not spicy. Wonderful smoke flavor from the Cookin Pellets Hickory Pellets. I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. Got some more quality assurance to do here. Guys, I was very skeptical trying this. I mean, pork brisket, novelty cut, but I would absolutely cook this again. It was only a couple hours on the cook. It's got just tremendous porky flavor to it. I think it's something nice to kind of switch it up from, you know, the normal brisket, ribs, pork, chicken, all that. You know, give this a try. Super tender, very juicy. It's just like a little pork brisket. I mean, that's what it is, and it is fantastic. I highly recommend trying to find one, getting your hands on one. You will not regret it. It's probably one of my favorite things I've cooked this year. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, stay safe, and we will see you next time.